Hello my dear viewers, in this video we are discussing about fourth stotra which belongs to the Sukta number 1 from the Rigveda Mandala 1. Let us start. Introduction. This stotra is fourth stotra of the Rigveda. Its placement at the beginning of the Rigveda highlights the central role of Agni in Vedic rituals and the connection between humans and the divine. The phrase Vishwataha Paribuha Asi emphasizes Agni's omnipresence and his role as a witness to all the sacrifices. He is not limited to the specific location but encompasses the entire ritual space. The inclusion of the term Advara suggests the ideal form of sacrifice, one that is complete, undisturbed, and ritually correct. This highlights the meticulous nature of Vedic rituals. Details. Maharshi Madhuchanda Vishwamitra Devata Agni Chandas or meter is Gayatri, Swara or tone is Swara. This stotra is Agneyam Yajnam Advaram Vishwataha Paribuha Asi Saha Ita Deveshu Gachati. Meaning of the words Agne, which means O Agni Deva or dear Agni Deva. Second one Yam, which means which, that, etc. Yajnam means sacrifice, offering, etc. Advaram means the flawless, undisturbed or complete sacrifice or non-violence yajna. This term often implies the sacrifice performed with the proper rituals and without any hindrance. Next word is Vishwataha, which means from all sides, from all directions, everywhere or complete. Next, Paribuha Asi, which means you encompass or you surround or you are present everywhere or surrounding, etc. Asi means you are. Saha means he, that or yajna. Id means indeed or surely. Deveshu means among the gods or to the gods. Gachati means goes or reaches. Translation. Dear Agni Deva, you are surround the places of yajna in the different forms and known as a different form of Agni. You save the yajna from the devils and the demons from all the directions. In east direction, Agni Deva exists as a Ahavaniya. In west direction, exists as a Marjaliya. In south direction, he exists as a Garhapatya. Finally, in the north direction, he exists as a Agnidriya. So, these are four different forms of the Agni Deva, which gives the security or protection to the yajna and submit all the oblations and offerings to the divine deities. Then they become happy. Sayana Charya commentary. Sayana interprets this stotra with the ritualistic and theological lenses, embedding the Mimamsa style of reasoning along with the Vedantic undertones. First word is Agni. Here, Agni as a central deity of the yajna. Sayana begins by the reaffirming that Agni is not only the deity being worshipped in this sukta, but also the essential conveyor of the oblations or havis to the all the other deities. This dual role is central feature of Vedic ritualism. He explains that Agni, having been established on the Vedic or sacrificial altar and invoked through the stotra and offerings becomes the embodiment of ritual sacrifice itself. Agni is Devata, which means the deity being worshipped. Agni is Hotra, which means he is the priest reciting the stotras. Agni is the Havyavahana, which means carrier of offerings. Agni is Samidaha, which means fuel or inner light. Thus, Sayana presents Agni as a total embodiment of Yajna process. Second word is Yam Yajnam Advaram, which means the nature of the sacrifice. Sayana identifies Yajna and Advara as often being used interchangeably, but here he differentiates slightly. First one, Yajna, the totality of the sacrificial acts, including the dravyas or materials, stotras and karma, which means action. The second word is Advara, the ritual itself, etymologically meaning non-harmful, Advara, where Dwara implies violence. Thus, the sacrificial path is non-violence due to the sacred intent. He explains that Agni is invoked to encompass this Advara, that is, to infuse it with divine sanction and efficacy. Without Agni's presence, the ritual remains mundane and ineffectual. This distinction reflects the deeply ritual philosophical conception where forms, which means Advara, and spirit, means Yajna, are only empowered by the divine agency, which is Agni. The third word is Vishwataha Paribuha Asi, which means the all-encompassing role of Agni. This is very pivotal part of the Sayana's gloss. Vishwataha means in all directions, Agni pervades and protects the ritual from all quarters. Paribuha means literally one who surrounds, encompasses and protects. Sayana connects this with the protective, purificatory and metaphysical role of Agni. Protective means Agni guards the ritual against external obstacles, physical obstacles like weather, spiritual obstacles like asuras or devils or evil spirits, or ritual errors. Next word is purificatory. Agni consumes impurities both physically and spiritually. Metaphysical. Agni as a very fire of consciousness, which means Chit Agni, surrounds and sanctifies the Yajna. Sayana quotes supporting Stotra and Brahmana's text. Example from the Shatapatha Brahmana to show that without Agni's enveloping presence, the Yajna cannot function as a divine vehicle. Sayana writes as below: Vishwataha iti sarvataha paribuha paritaha bhavati iti Agni sarvataha yajnam paritaha parigrahanati rakshati shuddhim karoti cha tasya iva devaha prasannaha bhavanti, which means Vishwataha means from all the sides, Paribuha means one who surrounds, Agni surrounds the Yajna from all the sides and protect it, purifies it. Because of him, the other gods are pleased. The fourth word is Saha id deveshu gacchati, which means sacrifice reaches the gods. Here Sayana brings in ritual teleology what is the purpose of Yajna: to convey the offerings to the gods so that they may reciprocate with the blessings. He asserts that Saha refers to that particular Yajna which Agni has encompassed and accepted. Id is a emphatic particle, only that Yajna, not any random or improperly conducted ritual. Gachati means Sayana interprets metaphorically and theologically the offerings reaches the gods only because Agni transport it. The ritual become fruitful only through the Agni. He connects this with the Vedanga Jyotisha and Srauta Sutras, where the moment of offerings is not physical but symbolic of transference into the divine realm. He paraphrased as below: Yatra yajnaha agnina parigrahitaha saha iva devana prapniyat na anyata, which means only the yajna that is embraced by Agni reaches the god, not any others. This sets the fundamental criterions of ritual success. Agni's acceptance and pervasion is what enables sacramental efficacy. Additional notes from the Sayanacharya. Sayana frequently supports his analysis with the quotations from Taittiriya Brahmana, Shatapatha Brahmana, Bhashyas of Mimamsakas, Taittiriya Samhita and Grihya Sutras. For example, he alludes to the Taittiriya Samhita, where it is stated that Agni Yajnasya Mukham, which means Agni is the mouth of the sacrifice. This imagery helps emphasize that without Agni, the gods have no access to the offerings. They cannot eat or partake of them. Philosophical significance of above stotra. First one, the Vedantic overtone in a Sayanacharya commentary. Even though the rooted in a ritual exegesis, Sayana occasionally embeds Vedantic reflections in this stotra. Agni is also symbolically understood as a Brahmana, Agni as a Chit, which means consciousness, Agni as a Karma, which means action, Paribhuha as Ishvara, which means the Lord who encompasses all karmas. Thus, the stotra can be reread as he who offers karma enveloped by the divine, which means Agni, only his actions reach the supreme devas. This allows Sayana to bridge Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda, reflecting the broader Vedic synthesis of ritual and knowledge. Second one is cosmological implications. The act of sacrifice is replication of cosmic order. Rita, Agni being the firstborn of Rita, safeguards this ritual replications. By invoking Agni as a Paribhuha, the sacrificer aligns himself with the cosmic protector of the Dharma. Thus, the Yajna is no longer just an offering, it becomes a microcosmic reflections of the stotra. Finally, conclusion. This stotra continues the theme of Agni's mediatory role in a Vedic ritual. It encompasses the followings. Agni is a guardian of the ritual from every directions, which means Vishwataha, ensuring no impurity enters into the place of Yajna. Second point, Agni enables the sacrifice to be efficacious, so it reaches the gods. Third point, without Agni, no Yajna is complete. He is both the visible flame and the divine courier, which means Devanam Dutaha, as the mediator between humans and gods. Fourth and last point is a metaphysical view that sacrificial act, when enveloped by the divine, attains transcendental success. Thank you.